Welcome to Melbourne, where the practice session is about to start for this weekend's Australian Grand Prix. The pre-race talking is over. Now it's time for the drivers to show their worth. The teams will be visiting tracks across 5 continents as they battle it out for both the drivers and the Constructors' Championships. What race on the calendar do you think the teams will have a special eye on this year?
Well, I think the teams will be looking forward to the Mexican Grand Prix, which is being held back.
Yo, JD here to Williams, and as you can see, well, this video here today, this is going to be my reattempt at my career mode, which is something that's been quite requested on the channel. And I did attempt it before with the Red Bull career mode. I actually got up to Bahrain, the 4th race, but from there I didn't continue it, unfortunately. But this time I plan to continue it, and as you can see, we're actually in the McLaren Honda Jensen Button, which I know Matty G and Arrow have done before, and they told me not to do it because of how hell that their seasons were doing it. But I thought, since I like the AI in this game and just looking for a challenge as well against the Legend AI, I just wanted to just try myself out to see how I could do. And I'm aiming to do this once a week, so try and do 1 episode per week each weekend, preferably on the Saturday each time. And just to see how I get on. And obviously this is a really requested thing because mainly I'm just a league racer and all about the online. So just dipping into the career mode and just seeing if you guys enjoy it. So if you do enjoy it, please leave a like, because that will just motivate me to just keep making more videos, because the likes and just the support I've been having recently has been really, really good. So jumping on here now with a Jensen Button. So this is round 1 of the season, 50% short qualifying. Going down to this first corner, it's really, really crucial in this to get a really good qualifying lap, because this car, as you may know from seeing their career modes and just looking at it in real life, is not particularly a front-running car. But you'll be able to see from this lap here, this is a really, really good lap. Apart from that first corner, went a little bit too out wide, using too much of the curb. But for the rest of this lap, I don't think could have actually gone quicker than this clean. The rest of this lap was almost perfect by my standards. So going through this first sector, pretty decent first sector so far, and we just need to get as high up the grid as possible, because in the race with heavy fuel, I can imagine this car is not particularly going to be the best car on track, because looking at other career modes and just in real life again, on the straight, this car is just say it's pretty much like using a drag chute down the straight. So going through this corner, left, right now, so in fast out as we did recently on my hot lap and set video, so you're just using the same technique there. And you can see I'm actually using a setup which you may have been able to see at the start of this video, which is a pretty good setup I've discovered recently. So 303 to use that. I'm using 3-1 wings for this because I still want to reduce the drag as much as possible. And for this career mode, I'm not particularly a commentator who tries to talk like I'm a real F1 commentator or anything like that. Mainly I talk how I do in league races and just over my other videos. So this is just me. I'm just showing you what I'm doing in the career mode, and just hopefully you find it exciting for what I'm going to do in each race, because obviously in this car there's definitely should be a few battles in the midfield. But you can see we've actually got pole position somehow, which is I can't believe. But for 26.9, which is a really, really good lap, but I felt it was a really good lap considering the car that we're in. We've somehow got pole position, so I don't know if it's because I just retired straight away and that somehow the AI just couldn't improve from there, because I'm pretty sure they could definitely go a lot quicker than what they did in there. But top pole position in the McLaren in the first race, I'll definitely take it. So you can see now 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. And it's so crucial to get a good start. We've actually got a pretty good start using no assist as usual. We actually managed to not really get jumped too much by Rosberg into the first corner. We managed to maintain or just sit down as a second place, and it's crucial now. And because this season I want to do it as well as I possibly can. Not try and compete myself with anyone else who's done this career mode, but just to try and push it to the limits and just really see the maximum I can get out of this season. Because I believe, yeah, quite fun race again. As you can see here, this is good battling with Rosberg. He's managed to back off now, so we managed to retake the lead into this race. So it's a good start from pole position. Again, I still couldn't really quite believe, but you can see the conditions are quite tricky as we actually went straight on there. And that's Rosberg is coming out to attack us again, because the straight line speed of this car is really, really not good at all. But going into third gear, and this is in the wet, and I've never really done that much running in the wet. I think I've done 1 time trial around Silverstone in the wet around here. But you can see moving on to the next lap now, Rosberg's now attacking, so we're going to go defensive going to the first corner. Looks like he's going to try and hold it around the outside, but we're just holding our line in the middle. He goes out wide, and we actually managed to build up a nice, decent lead from there as well. But in the next lap again, you can see we're coming under pressure once again from that Mercedes power, and there's no way we can actually hold that car back, because on the straights, I would literally have had to been weaving the entire time to get that car behind. But you can see Rosberg now managed to pull away a little bit now, coming to the end of lap 4, and now Hamilton's going to get past us as well. There's just no competition down the straights against these cars, but again, we're not going to give up though. We're going to try and do everything we can, try and get in the toe of Hamilton, see if we can try and get him back down into turn 2, because it's a really good overtaking opportunity. Going down to go pull out, go down the inside, put it down to second gear just to get that turn in, and again we're going to try and do what we did with Rosberg on that first lap, see if we can repeat the same. But Hamilton nicely blocks off the corners. We make a little bit of contact here as Martin comes online as well, but we're going to go try and down the inside, but there's more contact again, but luckily nothing too crazy actually happened there, and Hamilton maintains the position, and that looks like he's secured that second place. So now it's a fight for the podium, and you can see we're just down the straight, we're literally just a drag chute down the straight. It's just this engine is just so bad in the straight line, so we've just got to make up for the corners, because apparently McLaren have got a good chassis in the corners, and you can see now Raikkonen's now going to come past us, but I'm not going to give up position too easily. Going down to 4th gear, try and get the switch back on them, so try not to cut any corners, try to get a decent switch back on them, which we managed to do. But you can see that Ferrari powered engine again, just no competition against Honda. We're going to go down the inside, going to 3rd gear, trying to leave him room on the exit, try and respect the AI in this career mode, but there's just a traction out there. There's nothing we can do. You can see the dirty air again. Look how understeery that is with there. But we're going to go down the inside, try and make a move again, because you know, as soon as the AI of these cars gets past us, we've got to get back past them straight away, otherwise they're just going to pull away. But so far this race, we've actually driven pretty well, considering the circumstances, and I feel the setup's going good, and I'm actually driving pretty good. I took the advice from my last video of short shifting, because I haven't really played this game as much as the other F1 games, so I'm still learning stuff all the time, and short shifting definitely seems to help. We're going to go come in now in the end of lap 7, and we're going to go for intermediates once again, because it's still wet. There's no way that it's going to go on dry tyres at the moment, so go make a pit stop now, early pit stop compared to other people. I believe Massa might be pitting behind us as well. So in this race it looks like we could potentially get a top 5 as long as we keep driving well and keep being consistent, which is going to be absolutely crucial in this car. Any mistake in this car, you're going to lose about 2-3 seconds just because of the raw pace of the other cars. We're coming back out now. We're trying to get an undercut on the cars in front, and the outlap has got to be really strong here. Just try and maximise it as much as possible, and you can see our fuel always seem to have that up, because I just really like to just see how much fuel I've actually got. But you can see now we're actually going to overtake Stevens in the manner, going round the outside, going to left right hand. It should be a relatively easy move, as you managed to do quite nicely. And again, just getting past the cars as quick as possible. It's just going to save as much time as we go out wide. So it looks like our tyres are already starting to go off, and maybe it's just a downforce of this car, because normally it was quite good through there, but you can see already, look at the temperature of these tyres. We can only do 7 laps. Once again, nothing really too much actually happened that stint, apart from Hamilton Rosberg pinning away. We have managed to hold off the Williams behind us quite nicely. So again, going to intermediates once again, and it looks like this whole race is going to be in intermediates to the end of the race. So again, we just got to be as consistent as possible and just try not to lose any concentration, because this race is, well, this track is not really a particular favourite of mine, so it's very easy to me to lose concentration right here. And I don't know if the other cars go on. It looks like there's a few cars that actually opted to do another strategy, so it looks like they go on for a longer strategy than us. But you can see now, moving towards the end of the stint once again, it just seems to be the same. The cars in front just get behind, but it looks like Massa is sticking with us, and there doesn't really seem to be that many cars close behind. So we managed to maintain 4th place, but it looks like Kvyat in front of us is actually going for a longer strategy in the Red Bull. So it looks like he's going to do a stop less than us. But now we're going to go into the pits, or maybe not go into the pits, and we'll be able to see now if anyone pits in front of us. And it looks like all the cars are actually pitting in front of us, so it looks like the track is actually dry, and that is actually Rosberg coming out of the pits now, and with Hermano on the exit of turn 1. So the track now is actually dry, but I felt to go for an extra lap. And because my tyres still felt relatively good, it still looked like there was quite a bit of grip coming onto this, but you can see coming towards the end of the pits, end of my stint now, Rosberg is just hassling us, and we are just losing time over fist at the moment. So we're going to go into the pits and actually put on option tyres towards the end of the race, because the options could do quite a few good laps now. And we'll be able to see what position we've actually gone down to 5th place with Kvyat in front of us. Hamilton setting the fastest lap. And it looks like, I don't know if we'll be able to stay ahead of Massa. We'll be able to see actually coming out of the pits now. But it looks like Kvyat, as I said, he's actually going for a stop less, but his tyre should be absolutely knackered towards the end of the race. So we're going to stay on board just to the end of the first sector split, just to see how far he was actually ahead of us. We can see Massa's a relatively good distance behind us, and we've got fresher tyres, but I believe he's actually on primes, and I was quite confident options could go to the end, but I wasn't 100% sure. But I decided to take a risk anyway, because I really wanted to catch Kvyat, because I really just want to maximise as much as possible after taking the pole position, to really just try and get the best results I can, because I know going to other tracks, perhaps tracks like Bahrain and China, where there's quite a lot of straight and full throttle, I think this car is definitely going to struggle quite a bit. So anything we can do on the twisty tracks, really just to try and keep up the points as much as possible, is going to be absolutely crucial for this championship. You can see coming towards the end of the race now, again, it's just been mega consistent throughout the main stage. We've actually managed to hold off Massa and quite well actually behind us. Actually, I don't think it's Massa, I think that's actually Vettel behind us now. It's actually gone into the pit, so we've actually pulled away from Massa quite well. You'll be able to see from this replay locking up into the corner, but you can see Vettel's actually going into the pits. The AI seemed to be, for some reason wanted to actually go into the pits at the end of the race, which I'm not too sure why. I don't know why they don't continue on prime tyres anyway. But it ended about 28 now. It looks like someone else is actually going pits. As Kvyat goes past Hamilton, Hamilton has now actually gone in the pits. So the Mercedes, for some reason, unless he's got a drive-through penalty or something, I don't know why the hell he's actually gone in the pits. But that has now put us up into 4th place. So Kvyat, we were actually catching him, I think it was 10 seconds at the start of the stint. But you can see from the replay here, Hamilton, I'm not sure what he's doing. If he had a drive-through or something, but he just, for some reason, went in the pits and now it's gone back out and is miles behind. But Kvyat in front of us has actually done 1 stop less, and we've managed to catch him quite a bit, but the gap's now stabilised now. And we're going to go towards the end of the race, for the end of the first race of this season. And we're pretty happy about 4th place in McLaren. It's a pretty good result for the first race. And Hamilton's actually overtook us over the lines. I had no idea how close he actually was towards the end of the race. I was too busy celebrating. I didn't really realise how close he was. So that is the end of the first race of the season. That's a really good start. There wasn't too much action maybe from the start of the race, a bit between myself and Rosberg, but as soon as the Mercedes got past, it's mainly about just me being consistent. But I do feel Malaysia and China onwards, there should be a little bit more exciting races than that. So 4th place in the first race, that's 12 points in the championship. Yeah, pretty good result. So I hope you enjoyed that video. That's my first attempt really at a career mode. Can only get better in time. So if you do like the video, please leave a like. It really appreciated. And again, if you want to ask me anything in the comments, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all those links in the description below. So again, thank you so much for the support, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.